nobody wants to say out loud. You can be excellent at your HR job and still never become a strategic partner. I have watched brilliant HR managers with perfect employee relation skills, flawless compliance records, and years of experience get passed over for that seat at the leadership table again and again. The leadership. They are missing three critical skills that no HR certification, no SHRM course, and no university program actually teaches you. I am speaking from 25 years of HR leadership, including 5 years as a Chief People Officer, where I have tried, promoted, and monitored dozens of HR professionals. And I have also been exactly where you are right now, wondering why my hard work wasn't translating into strategic influence. In this video, I am breaking out the three skills that separate transactional HR managers from strategic material partners who shape business decisions. These aren't the skills in your job description, but they are the ones that will change your career trajectory. Let's go into detail. Skill number one, business fluency. And no, I don't mean understanding HR metrics. I mean speaking the language of revenue, margin, and competitive advantage like it's your native tongue. Here is what actually looks like. When your CFO talks about EBITDA margins, you don't just nod politely. You immediately connect to that your talent strategy. When sales leadership complains about turnover of the key region, you just don't talk about it retention programs. You quantify the revenue impact of the turnover, the cost per day of an unified territory, and the return of investment timelines of different solutions. I will give you a real example. Once I watched an HR manager present a leadership development program to the executive team. She talked about engagement scores, learning hours, and participation satisfaction. The executives were polite but clearly disengaged. Then I saw another HR leader presenting a similar program, but she opened this. Our analysis shows the territory led by managers who have been through this program generate 23% higher revenue per representative, and we lose half as many top performers. The program costs 180,000 annually. Based on our average deal size and sales cycle, we break up even into 4 months. Guess which program got funded immediately? Business fluency means you read the financial statements every quarter, not just the people analytics. It means you sit in the sales calls, you understand company's value proposition to customers, and you know what keeps you CEO up at night from the competitive standpoint. You need to understand how company actually makes money and where the constraints are. It is production capacity, market share, speed to market because your talent strategy has to solve for it, not just for better culture. And here is the part that HR professionals uncomfortable. You need to be comfortable with hard trade-offs. Strategic partners don't advocate for the right HR answer is vacuum. They help leaders make informed choice between competing priorities using business context. Sometimes that means saying, given our cash point and growth strategies, here is why we should invest in sales engagement over expanding benefits this quarter. This isn't selling out, it is being strategic. This week, read our company's latest quarterly financial report and identify one talent decision you had remarkably different based on what you learn. Skill number two, executive translation. Here is the ability to take what you know about people, culture, and organizational dynamics and translate it into strategic implementations that executives actually care about. Most HR professionals are phenomenal at diagnosing people problems. You can spot a toxic team dynamic from a mile away. You know when a manager is in over their head. You can read an engagement survey and immediately identify the real issues beneath the surface. But here is where we lose the room. We communicate those insights in HR language instead of strategic language. Let me show you the difference. HR sounds like we have an engagement issue in the product team. Survey scores are down and we are seeing increased conflicts. We should do team building and maybe bring in an outside facilitator that gets you a polite, maybe a request to keep costs down. Strategic translation sounds like a product roadmap has three critical releases in quarter two that leadership has committed to the board. Right now, the product team is operating at about 60% effectiveness due to internal friction, which puts the committees at risk. I have identified the root cause, which is role clarity, decision rights between product and engineering. Here is the 3 week intervention that will get back to you on track. So it costs nothing. So thank you for watching my video and have a nice day. Thank you.